Hey guys and dolls, and welcome into another video. My name is Jason and today we are going to be talking through the NIO stock because we actually have a new price target. We've actually had some really bad news. We've had a downgrade from Jefferies. They've actually put a bearish outlook on NIO and they said that this stock is worth $38. They actually had it originally valued at $60, and what they've done is they've come out just yesterday and they've said that actually we're going to put a new price target on NIO by the end of the year for $38. Now there is actually some good news underlining all of this, which I will get to later on in the video, and we have a lot of new news recently that has come out on NIO. We've had the earnings report that's come out. If you wanted to see a full breakdown of the earnings report, what happened and what it meant, then click on this video above because I go into a full on-depth review of their earnings on this video. And if you would like more information on the new partnerships that NIO have just announced, because they have announced some new partnerships, then there is a second video that I had recently made a video on, which came out just a few days ago. So I will link that one above as well. So make sure if you are a NIO fan and you do want to stay up to date on NIO, then hit that big red subscribe button below because I do cover it on my channel often. It is one of my highest conviction stocks inside my portfolio, and I am a long-term believer that this stock in the next 5 years is going to be an absolute winner. But nevertheless, let's dive into the charts on my computer. Let's go through a full analysis and some price targets on NIO by the end of the year and see what Jefferies are saying. So first things first, guys, let's address this new price target. Unfortunately, it is some bad news for NIO. I don't want to put a bear outlook on this video because you guys know I absolutely am a huge NIO fan. I have been invested in NIO since it was in the teenage range, and again, I have been scooping up the shares on a lot of buy the dip opportunities that I like to call those discount sales. Right now, I think that we are having a huge discount in the market across a lot of sectors, especially those EV sectors. Jefferies have come out. Jefferies Financial Group actually had a price target on NIO at $60, and they've said now that they're actually downgrading it to $38.80. Now they have actually said that the price target cut by equities researcher at Jefferies Financial Group from $60 to $38 in a research report issued on Monday in Benzinga Reports. The brokerage currently has a hold rating on the stock, and so Jefferies Financial Group's target price target indicates a potential downside of 1 to 2% from the stock's previous close. So guys, they are saying that it's actually a hold, so there is some good news in here. It's not like they came out and said, okay, we want you to sell NIO, we're downgrading it to about, $38 and it's a sell. They are still saying it's a hold. And again, you have to remember that these price targets, sometimes take them with a pinch of salt, and remember that they are kind of only set in that kind of 12-month period. So it's not like, they're really thinking full ball to the wall, where are NIO going to be in 5 to 10 years? And you have to remember that NIO are having an annual capacity. They want to deliver over 500,000 in sales alone. And that is just by the year of 2024, I believe, if I'm correct by saying that. On top of that, NIO are growing their home brand. They are growing and expanding globally into Europe. We also have potential US expansion, and we know that China wants to take over as much of the market share and be in competition with Tesla. So I do believe that this stock is actually going to see some really nice gains. It is going to be a very, very long and highly volatile stock throughout the course of the next few years. I think that we are going to see big swings of highs and lows, which will only present us, great opportunities to buy the stock, I think, when it's on sale, as I like to say. And I'm always in NIO for the long run, so I'm still invested. I haven't sold any of my shares due to this news. Now we can actually come over here, and it actually says on this article as well that we have a lot of other analyst price targets by the end of the year. So not forgetting that we also have HSBC. They actually raised their NIO shares from $44.70 to $54 by the end of the year, and they've given it a hold rating. So that's some good news. I used to work for HSBC. I was a banker in my past life before I did some other things with my career, and I did leave the bank, so that is why I'm so bullish on investing and why I started this channel. February 26, Bank of America lifted their price objective on the NIO shares from $59 to $70, and they gave the company a buy rating. So guys, there is still some really good news there, and that was only about 2 weeks ago. And what you have to remember is that this company are also thinking not only about the aspects of their business in electrical vehicles, but like I said, you've got global expansion coming into Norway this year, and you've also got them competing with Tesla because they want to have an autonomous taxi fleet, and they're working on that self-driving vehicle, and that is where there is going to be a lot of capitalizing to be done in the market. And Cathy Wood describes the EV sector especially as a compound. If you imagine for every doubling in sales, they are going to be able to produce profits at an 82% compounded rate. So there, it's going to be cheaper for them to get these cars out once they start to double their capacity of manufacturing these vehicles, and they're going to actually be saving themselves 82%. So that is absolutely insane. So as the next few years come on, they're going to obviously double their output next year, hopefully, and then by the year after, and get to that 500,000 by, I said, by the year of 2024, their margins are going to be cut considerably. So this company are going to start to save money. They are investing heavily right now in R&D and research, and that's what we want, guys. We want companies to invest heavily now, not in the short term. They're not short term sighted, but what it means is that they want to be in that winner takes all market, because if they are years ahead in generations, you know, compared to other markets, because if they are years ahead from their other competitors, then guys, that's how you know that they are going to be a global leader. And if they can become a global leader in a winner takes all market, or at least in the top 3 EV manufacturers, then guys, this is going to be some great competition, and we're going to have some really explosive and dynamic moves up in those share prices. And I do believe that NIO in the long term will be a triple digit stock, due to the fact that it has so much potential in all of these other elements that I have just brought to light here on this channel. So that is some news there about NIO. Now we're going to go into the charts, and remember, again, they did sign a new partnership recently with Singapore, which is one of the energy makers in China there. So again, if you did want more information on that, then at the end of the video, make sure to check out the video that I did link at the start. So if we go onto the NIO share price, we can, so guys, you can see up on my screen on the charts now that we do have NIO here, that we are reaching that oversold level on the RSI. We've actually dipped in and out below that 30 zone many times over the last 2 weeks. And what that does tell me is once we hit that 30 on the RSI, guys, that is when a lot of buyers like to enter the market. And so we use the RSI indicator. If you are a new investor on this channel, I go over it a lot. I use it as one of my main technical indicators. That is when a stock is usually oversold or overbought if it is above that 70 zone. So right now we are sitting around that 30, which does go to tell me that there should be buyers starting to enter the market soon to hopefully either consolidate that price or push the price higher. We can see that we have actually retested onto a first layer of support at about $32, and the next layer of support down, which I have drawn up on my chart, which is this line here, is at around $28. So if we do actually fall below that $32 again, then we can expect the next layer of support to be at $28. Now, what it would take for that to happen is the fact that we would expect the markets to actually continue correcting downwards, the Nasdaq to continue to sell off, and of course the S&P 500 continue to sell off. We are still expecting a tech rotator shift into those value plays, and as Cathy would call them, those value traps over the next coming months, as we still have that interest rates potentially moving through into next year rising, and also the increase in that bond yield prices. So that's just something to pay attention to. So always make sure, again, that you are very diversified inside your portfolio. Don't go 100% into one stock, especially not 100% into, say, NIO, Tesla, any of these big pullbacks. You always want to make sure, guys, that you are diversified. So you've got money in some financials, money in energy, money in biotech. So you've really kind of spread yourself out. That way you're not going to leave yourself thin on the ground, and you're not going to shatter your only egg, again, if your basket is to drop. So that is something that I always teach on this channel. Again, nothing in this channel is financial advice. These are just my views, thoughts, opinions, and this is for education purposes and entertainment only. But what I am doing with NIO is I am currently seeing this as an absolute steal, guys. I think that this is a total buy the dip opportunity, and I think that a lot of this is complete market manipulation. I think that these banks often do this. They've come out and said, you know, it's a hold, it's a bunch of nonsense. What they're doing is they're pushing the share price down, they're being greedy, they're scooping up those shares once they hit that target or below, and then in fact they hold it for the long term, and then in a few months time they will come out. I can guarantee you Jefferies will reanalyze. They will start to upgrade their price target by the end of the summer once we do have that semiconductor chip shortage re-looked at. I think that we will have some more bullish momentum. Again, this is another reason why the EVs have sold off, is that we did have the semiconductor chip shortage announcement recently. But I do believe that this issue is obviously going to be addressed, because the world wants to go fully electrical, guys. We can't remain using fossil fueled and combustion engine cars. The way we have, it's going to, you know, make global warming horrendous moving into the future. And it's not what the governments want. We are going fully electric. So companies like NIO are providing a solution, and that is why I am invested in these companies. So in the short term, I think that we are going to see some choppy waters. As I've drawn up on the graph for you guys here, we can expect to see anywhere around that $32 range as a support, moving all the way up to about $44. And again, this just depends on the overall market direction. One thing that we have to notice is that the volumes on the bottom here, as you can see, have actually started to increase as the stock price is going down. So that's not always a good thing, because what it means is a lot of people are actually coming in just to sell the stock. So what we need is the opposite. We need a lot of buyers coming in. We need high volumes on buy days, which shows us that there's a lot of new buyers in the market. But we'll just have to play this one out. If you are an investor in NIO, then what I'm doing is I'm holding my shares and I'm actually buying up anywhere below that $35 zone, and I'm dollar cost averaging in. If we do actually have any further breakdowns and we go below that $28 range, then I think that this is going to be an absolute price to steal and dollar cost averaging in the long run. Nothing has changed in my conviction for this stock in the long term. I really do hope that this video gave you some value and it gave you some confidence into why NIO is actually trending down right now and what I am doing with my position. I hope again like that does help you out. If it did, then please give this video a like, hit that red subscribe button if you made it this far. I just want to say thank you. I do appreciate all of the support that I get on this channel from you guys. I hope you have a lovely day. Stay safe, stay green, and stay positive. I hope to see you back on my channel for some more content too. But first, don't forget to have your cup of tea. Ciao! I can't find my cup of tea. I think I drank it all.